Good morning, everyone. So, it is my first prep vlog. It has been a fair while. It's been quite a long time. I can't actually remember the last video. Like, the last normal video was like a couple of months ago. And I was actually wearing the same outfit, so it's called a washing machine, right? But yeah, I am just so fucking excited. Like, more excited than last time, which I didn't believe was humanly possible. But yeah, dates have not actually been announced yet, so I don't actually know how far out I am. So until I find out, I'm not going to write in the title 22 weeks out, whatever. But I'm guessing I'm either 21 or 23. So my coach reckons it'll either be like March 11th or maybe like the first week of April or something. I don't know. But I'll keep you guys in the loop. So plan of attack this time around, I'm not going to be doing my weekly vlogs like last time. I'm finding I'm not really in the frame like I'd like to be. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I found when I was doing the weekly vlogs, I was kind of investing a little bit too much time into trying to produce, trying to edit and everything like that. So I really want to be super focused this time around. So I'm only going to take 1 to 2 videos a week, just like on my days off, maybe 3 if I get 3 days off. I am working casually, so I might have that at some point. But I am also coaching online, so that takes up a lot of my time as well, which I absolutely love doing. So yeah, so that takes up a lot of my time on the weekends, as does my casual job and everything like that. So we will see how we go. But yeah, I want to show you guys actually a little transformation picture. I posted it on my Instagram story yesterday. So this is like the starting point that I started last prep, and then this time starting point. So I am just so over the moon with how much better I'm looking this time round as my starting point. I know that I don't have to I'll still be digging really deep because we're going to try and get way more condition than last time. But yeah, the starting point is just way better. My shape has completely changed. So in itself, I am super happy with that. And it's just a true reflection of how hard I've been working this off season. So I've actually really been enjoying this off season. And it's not often people say that. Well, I mean, some people do. But last off season, I just felt like a fat fucking potato. I hated looking in the mirror. Whereas now, I'm just embracing my body. I'm loving my body, and I'm loving lifting heavy and just prioritizing form and everything like that. So I've really been enjoying myself these last couple of months. And yeah, I'm just really excited for the shreds to start as well. There's something else. Oh yeah, we moved house and everything as well, so we've got a lovely home now. Also thought I would start off my prep vlogs with a bang. So I've actually put on my Instagram story last night just asking if anyone has any questions about prep, bodybuilding, just gym, anything like that. And I do actually have a couple of questions from Olivia, who asked me some questions on my post-show video, which was a long time ago. So I'm finally getting around to that. I'm so sorry that took so long. But yeah, I've just been really neglecting the tube. I've been working a lot. I took on a management role whilst still working casually and coaching, and it was just absolutely hectic. I have left that place because it just was not for me. But you live and you learn, so you don't know until you try things. So today on the agenda, I am training at a different gym today. So I'm training at the new Riderwear gym in Tranmere, and I'm seeing my bestie. So we're not training together, we're training separately, but I still get to see her, which is very exciting. So yeah, I'm training push. I think she might be training legs. Might do a little bit of posing, so I might show you guys that as well. I've also been practicing a lot of posing in my off season, which I did not do last time, so that was really obvious on show day. I just didn't have the confidence or anything like that. So yeah, I've just been, treating my off season not like an off season, more like an improvement season, and the work doesn't end. So I've just really kind of reframed my mindset. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. Wow, I've been talking for nearly 5 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. We should be used to it by now. I mean, I do ramble a little bit. This morning, so last night, I trained nighttime. It's quite busy. I have actually been training mornings. There's so many things to update you guys on. Wow. But yeah, last night I trained and then I dropped Liam off to the airport this morning. He has got a boys' weekend in Sydney. So yeah, so it was, I think it was like nearly 10 o'clock when we went to bed. And then we woke up at 4, so I'm like a little bit tired. But I started off the day with my Vitality Switch. So I have a greens powder every single morning. I personally like Vitality Switch the best. I've tried Red Dragon, which is way too sweet. I've tried OptiGreens, which just tastes like grass, but it is the best formula. So, and then Vitality Switch is like smack bang in the middle. Like, it's not as good of a formula as OptiGreens, but at least it doesn't taste like shit. So so I have that every morning, and then I had my pre-workout meal. So this morning I had jasmine rice, banana, blueberries, honey, cinnamon, and just a crack of salt and almond butter. Did I say that? So yes, that's really, really yummy. I have actually been flexibly dieting as well. So that's another update. I am honestly loving flexible dieting. So for so long, like with prep, I was on a meal plan, and then post show, I was also on a meal plan. But I found I was kind of like running away from too many foods, and then it was just causing me to be more intolerant to things. So yeah, loving flexibility dieting, and I feel like with my starting point, I'm much higher carbs than what I was before. Like I got up to 380 this off season, whereas last time I was only at 300. So that gives us a lot more room to play with, and my knowledge is a lot more better with nutrition. I mean, I'm coaching people now, so of course my nutrition, my knowledge is a lot better. So I think my coach trusts me to flexibly diet. I might even do it until like 4 weeks out. We'll see how we go, but yeah, I'm loving it at the moment. So anyway, my pre-workout meal was that. I'm mixing it up between like rice flour or oats or something like that. But yeah, just trying to kind of switch up my meals and just like, yeah, have like varying meals each time. So I'm not eating the same thing every single time, just to kind of, I don't know, mix it up a little bit, you know? Yeah, and then pre-workout wise, I have got half a serving of Ghost Legend and half a serving of Primobolic's Grind. I find I am a little bit of an anxious person, so I generally just have half a serving of my stimulant pre-workout. Otherwise it's a little bit too much for me, and I'm just like, well, can't concentrate. So yeah, and then my non-stim give me a good pump. So that being said, I'm gonna wait for my bestie to get here and start training. It's my bestie! My knuckles are so tight, and I feel like, oh, she a bit hot. It's so pretty. I don't really think it'll be that busy, to be honest, because people have left for work now. Okay, but seriously, how nice is this bathroom?
I did a lot. Yeah. I did a lot. Yeah. I did a lot. Bad things just to get changed. I done took it to some levels that a lot of niggas won't. Even if you take that man a day now, no games can't play now. If I see you at the top, but I see you on the way down. Yeah.
He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over. Loud. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. That is, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this mobile home. That's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture his moment and hope it don't do it. Lose his mouth in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only
Okay guys, so the Smith machine, so the hooks go on like that way instead of this way. It's really weird. It's really weird. And also it's very sticky. And also she has one plate on instead of one and two. I'm getting warmed up. Hey guys. Hey bestie. Say hi.
Brad's gonna love that.
So I said this in my last video, or the video before that, but I've changed up my training a bit. I feel like it's not focusing. So I pretty much just do 2 working sets. So like the first working set will be like 10 to 15 reps, and then the next one will be between 6 and 10. So I just feel like I've been able to get way stronger and just like manage my fatigue. So I just did single arm dumbbell lateral raises. And now I'm doing seated Smith machine press. Then I've got rear delt flies, standing cuffed laterals, incline dumbbell chest press, and then I've got rope tricep push downs and tricep dips. So we just did working set 1. Ooh, daddy. I think that this Smith machine is actually lighter, so I hit higher numbers, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bit hyped to see my bestie. So I usually wait like a minute and a half to a minute 45 between my next set, and yeah. Moving on to rear delt flies. So I actually do these standing. I feel like it just kind of like helps keep my elbows up, whereas when I was sitting down, I would keep my elbows down, use my wrists more and stuff. So I just feel like it helps isolate my rear delts a little bit more. Also, another tip is to keep your hands open. So when you have them closed, you start to use your traps and just like other muscles. So yeah, again, that's going to help isolate them. Get it, girl.
Kill the bills, bring my thumb and Lucy lose. I'm Tarantino with the film. She look like the movie do, so how the fuck we turn it down? All we know is turn it up. All my homies been around. Yeah, I know you heard of us. All my homies keep it loud. Yeah, you know we burn the blocks. Neighbors off, we turn it down. So my homie turn it up and light the box up Rubik's Cube. I ain't talking Scooby-Doo, but this no mystery for sure. Keep the burners in my room and all my bitches kill the bills. Bring my thumb and Lucy lose. I'm Tarantino with the film. She be like the movies do, so how the fuck we turn it down? All we know is turn it up. All my homies been around. Yeah, you know you heard of us. All my homies keep it loud. Yeah, you know we burn the blocks. Neighbors off, we turn it down. So you know we turn it up. And broski call out what you want. The biggest house up on your block. Titties bouncing on your watch.
And if you don't care, put your hands in the air, homegirl. Take 'em, take 'em, take 'em, turn out. Hey, take 'em, take 'em, take 'em, turn out. Hey, hey, so sing in the air like a helicopter. What it is, what it gon' be? I see you in the crowd and you're looking at me, but you ain't doing nothing like you didn't never bring. I don't wanna see no night in the pretty white thing. Bring it up on me, baby girl, what you gon' do? You make it like, hold this, talking to. I wanna see that baby fan wrap around your head. Answer this, is auto-tune really dead? Take your shirt off. And listen in the air like a ball. Take your shirt off.
Alright, gotta do superset. A little potato. Yeah. This is fucking tall. It's a little bit tall. I'm moving it around a lot. Let's see. How are we looking?
Do you want me to do a little demo?
Yeah, go on. Oh, bow tie.
I feel like you're gonna cut your own head out.
Yeah. That'll do, donkey.
Perfect. All set up for you.
Thank you. Gave up on life. Okay, so Mackie and I can't have enough of each other, so besties for life. So Michaela's getting a coffee. I am not, because sensitive belly tings. It's gonna get a coffee and then eat our post-workout meals in the kitchen. So
post-workout meal?
I'm having gluten-free Cocoa Pops.
Oh, I used to have that
with protein.
And then one day I ran out, so I had to have Brad's protein Milo cereal. And my stomach can handle it, so I was like, oh, making the switch.
But you couldn't have gluten-free Cocoa Pops?
No, I could, but Milo protein just tastes better.
It's yummy, and then it's got extra protein.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, so I'm currently having cereal, but once my calories get lower, I'll probably opt for like rice flour or something like that for more volume. Yeah. But at the moment, my carbs are still nice and high. Michaela's puffed from our stairs. Okay, so I like to mix my protein shake the night before. I just feel like it's like kind of smoother and creamier. And then I just pour my cereal into the bowl like a weapon. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay guys, so we just made a TikTok. Are you gonna post it tonight?
Yeah, we'll post
Surely.
it when I get in the car.
Surely. Okay, so we just made a TikTok. You guys have to see this. Alright, let's see.
Oh fuck, it's gold.
Yeah, so that's the highlight of today. But yeah, Michaela's leaving me now
I
because
got work to do.
she's a dog.
Dog. Anyway, bye bye.
But what is good? So, oops, just dropped some lettuce. Michaela has left the building. It is now just after 12:30, 12:34 to be exact. So I'm just going to make some lunch now. I did just eat an hour and a half ago, but we were at the gym for quite a long time. So I am making these kangaroo patties. It's a little bit hard to see with the Glad wrap. But I've got kangaroo patties, and then I've got some gluten-free bread rolls, white rolls. I do find though, so I have 2 of these and it's like 12.8 grams of fiber, which is like a lot. And sometimes like gluten-free or like low carb options or whatever, like the healthy options, they've sometimes got like, I can't remember, I heard the scientific term the other day, but they've got like some fake fiber or something that actually causes a lot of tummy upset and digestive issues if you do already have a sensitive stomach. And I think kangaroo can be a little bit harsh on the tummy as well. So I think after today, I'm actually going to cut out both of those, which is why I'm really liking flexible dieting as well, because I'm just really learning heaps. Just about my body really, like it's exciting, always learning. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna cook these up, toast these, and then I'm just going to have some lettuce on there as well. I did have tomato the other day, which is really nice, but I do not have any right now, and she's hungry, so I'm gonna cook these up. So I'm just going to lightly spray that with some olive oil, so just that one. Then what I'm using is some dill leaves, and then good old salt and pepper as well. So I'll season one side with some salt and pepper. And then I plop it on. And then I'll just put the dill on top. Can't be fucked setting up the height again. But I just let that cook for like 4 to 5, oh that's very close, isn't it? Just like 4 to 5 minutes, and toast the buns, and then just top it with some lettuce and like a little bit of mustard and barbecue sauce. Very yummy. Okay, lunch is down, so I'm just going to run to the shops now. So it is 1:15. I'm going to buy a couple of things. So Michaela and I are going out for dinner this weekend as my early birthday dinner. It is pre-prep, so I still get just one meal per week until prep starts. So going to go out for dinner. I'm going to get myself a nice pair of shoes, and there's a couple other things I had to get as well. But yeah, and then after that, I'm going to answer a few questions, get my hair done, and I'll show you my last 2 meals for the day. Okay, it is 7:30, and what a day it has been. Like, I feel like I've been so busy, but I've achieved nothing. Like, it's literally 7:30 and I've just gotten home from getting my hair done. So, what do we think? I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it's like a normal people color. Like, I've literally been violet/red since like 2015. So I feel like I look like a mature, boring adult. I don't know how I feel. It's a bit weird. But I am starving. I haven't eaten for like 7 hours. So I'm going to show you guys what I am having for dinner. Well, I'm going to explain, and while it's cooking, I'm going to show you guys everything that I bought from the shop. So low-key spent like $600 on myself because like my boyfriend's gone. So I'm like, oh my God, I need to spend money on myself for self-love. So yeah, I have no chill, basically. I went a little bit crazy, but I'm very excited. I also don't know where I'm going to wear these outfits because I'm in prep now. It's not like I'm going to socialize. So anyway, going to show you what I'm eating for dinner. So I'm having pasta. I have pre-cooked some mince. So that is just in a little sandwich bag. For those of you who have not watched my previous vlogs, I try and meal prep everything possible, put it in a sandwich bag, chuck in the freezer, take it out when I need it. Super good life-saving hack. Also saves a lot of room in the freezer as well. So I'm going to, put some pasta on, let that cook, and then add the mince, the pasta sauce, and some spinach. Cook it all up and enjoy. Okay, so I've popped the water on. I add some salt to it as well. So that is like a Italian hack. I don't know, some kind of wagacchino hack. So you add salt to the water. I think not only does it give the give the pasta some flavor, but I think it also prevents it from actually sticking together as well. So I like to do that. And then I will measure my pasta just in the strainer, and then I'll add it to the water. And then once the pasta is cooked, I like to preserve just a little bit of that water, add it to the pan, add in my sauce, my spinach, my pasta, my mince, and mix it all around, and it's absolutely delicious. So I track everything while I'm flexibly dieting just on MyFitnessPal. So I like to kind of just add it all in. Is that going to focus? Your dog? There we go. So I just like to add all my meals in. So usually I'll plan like a couple days in advance, sometimes even like, okay, just cut me off there. But sometimes I even like to just like plan out the whole week in advance. Generally I'll kind of just have like 2 or 3 varying meals, so that way it's not too different. But yeah, I'll just try and plan it like, I don't know, on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. So then I'm nice and organized, just meal prep everything as much as possible. And yeah, I feel like that's all I had to ramble about. While that's boiling, I'm going to show you my clothes. Alrighty, so the main reason I went to the shops was actually to just buy a pair of shoes for dinner on Saturday night and get some chopsticks. So one of my friends from social media who I've met, we actually competed the same season last year. She uses chopsticks to help just kind of slow her down when she's eating. So I'm going to do the same when things start getting tough, or I might just even start now, so that way I can practice. So I bought myself some chopsticks just from Harris Scarf. I think that was like $7 or something like that. So that was the main reason I needed to go to shops, for these and 1 pair of shoes. However, I did buy 2 pairs of shoes, which costed me like, I don't know, nearly $400, but they're really pretty. So those ones. And these ones as well, because they're so different. So I want the best of both worlds. So they're quite nice. I love how this is a prep vlog, but I'm like showing you my fashion liking stuff. Anyway, and then, cause like those like boot looking ones, just like a size smidge too big. So I've just got some little cushions to boost me up a bit, I guess. Is that what Is that what we're saying? I don't know. Anyway, so those are the lovely shoes. And then I was like, maybe I should get myself a nice new top as well. And then I ended up buying a dress because, you know, I'm gonna wear a dress sometime soon. So it's really pretty. It's like, there's a whole bunch of straps going on. It looks a bit confusing whilst I'm not wearing it. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. So it's like, it's got like a backless thing going on. It's very pretty. So I like that. And then a little crop. Oh no. Hold up. Anyway, so it zips at the back. It's quite nice. And then this is what I'm planning on wearing to dinner. So I wanted like a nude or a white color. Is that focusing? Yeah, it is. Cool. So just 2 little crop tops. I did end up going to like heaps more shops as well because I just couldn't find something that like really suited me or had my size or anything like that. So safe to say I've wasted a lot of time, but I did get my steps up. So that is good. So, is that water nearly boiled? Might actually start answering some questions actually. Let's get back onto the topic of actual prep, what you guys are all here for. So, where should we start? So I'm going to start with Olivia's questions because she has been patiently waiting. Thank you so much for not hating me. So she actually asked a couple of questions. So the first question is, do you find your prep Do you find your prep / stage lean body or off-season body more attractive? Do you like being tiny and lean, or do you like having meatier boobs / booty? That's a good question. So I don't know, like I like both. My last off-season body I absolutely hated. Like I think there was about 6 or 7 weeks where I didn't train without a t-shirt and a hat because I honestly hated looking at my body, like, and I didn't want to, like, I didn't even want my partner to look at my body. Like I just was not happy with how I looked. But this off season, like I'm actually really, really happy with my body. Like, and you know, it's like, I don't even know if I've ever really confidently said, yeah, like I like my body, like I'm happy with my body at the moment. So, you know, I feel like I didn't get lean enough to look bad in a way last time. Like, cause I know some girls, when they've been really, really lean, they haven't liked their body because they just look really skinny. But I feel like because I wasn't as conditioned as the other girls, I didn't really experience that. Like I definitely liked looking shredded. Like it was the first time I'd had abs ever because I generally store a lot of body fat in my midsection. So yeah, I definitely liked how I looked lean. Like I loved seeing the veins and like everything just popping. But yeah, I definitely did feel like I lost my booty a little bit. I don't know. I honestly, like, I can't answer like what I would prefer. Like I like them both in their own ways, but I really do like my body right now. But I'm very excited to be shredded as well. I don't know. I like both. I've really enjoyed the process of this off season, and I really enjoyed my prep last time. But I don't know, could be different this time. Like I could hate the process this time because I know we're going to be pushing way harder. That is my water boiling. I'll be back. So I'm going to cook that for about 12 minutes. I feel like gluten-free pasta needs a little bit longer, just to soften. And we're back. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stir that occasionally. So yeah, couldn't give you a proper answer for that. But yeah, I don't know what else to say there. Number 2, what are some symptoms that you get as you get leaner? Do you feel hungry, cold, tired, emotional, and get prep brain? Yeah, I definitely had all of those. I definitely was hungry. Like I genuinely, like I was a fat kid. Well, like I wasn't fat, but I was definitely one of the chunkier kids in school. Like I just had a huge appetite. I was raised by my dad, bless his soul, but he loves his food and he doesn't know when to stop when he's full. He just keeps going, and I kind of adapted those habits as well. And yeah, I absolutely love my food. So I found it very, very difficult to feel hungry. Like, it's just one of those things you have to accept. And when that's something that you've never really felt before, because you've always just like eaten whatever, it was kind of hard to accept. And yeah, like I felt like I was complaining about it heaps at first, but then once I accepted it and kind of like started loving the process, I didn't, yeah, I don't know, I didn't let it affect me as much. But yeah, like I definitely was utilizing a lot of hacks. Like I was having like heaps of soft drink, or just like 1 or 2 a day, otherwise it would hurt my tummy. And then just like sugar-free jellies and stuff like that, just to kind of help curb the cravings and just to make myself feel a little bit more full. Yeah, I definitely was really, really cold as well. Like you'll notice, like for anyone who is prepping or even just dieting, you'll notice that you are a lot colder when you're more lean, and that's simply just because you don't have that body fat to keep you warm. So yeah, I definitely felt cold. I was tired, and I definitely had prep brain. Like I just felt like cooked. Like I couldn't concentrate on anything. Like I could barely like read or watch a movie or anything like that. Like it wasn't that bad. Like I think back to bless his soul, I think back to my partner's prep, and he was really bad, but he was a lot leaner than I was as well. So I feel like this time I'll probably be a little bit worse. But yeah, all I could really concentrate on was like pictures of food and reels, which was a bad habit to develop. So I'm going to avoid that this time. Emotional wise, I wasn't actually too bad. Like I think I only had like 2 episodes where I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. And I was like, yeah, a little bit down. But yeah, I wasn't actually too bad emotionally. I know some girls do have a lot of breakdowns, but yeah, I was pretty good there. Alrighty, we are back. So I just scoffed my dinner. It was delicious. Okay, back to the questions. Question number 3 from Olivia. Does being leaner affect your ability to lift weights? Did your strength go down during prep? It only really went down like in the last 2 or 3 weeks of prep. But again, I think that just comes down to me not being as lean as I should have been. So yeah, I generally had a lot more energy. Also, my coach really is a huge advocate for fatigue management. So he went about it the absolute best way. So I felt like the way we went about prep was just really beneficial for my health, my fatigue, my emotions and everything like that. So honestly, I feel like my prep wasn't really that hard. But yeah, it was only like the last couple of weeks I started to lose strength. Definitely between state show and nationals, yes, because we like dropped my calories by 200 and really started digging a lot deeper, just to get a bit leaner for nationals. But yeah, in the last like couple of weeks, I was aiming to just maintain the weight. Like I think with prep, you just got to put your ego aside and realize like you're not going to be hitting PBs anymore. So yeah, so I just kind of like, it's just all those things you have to accept, like the hunger, the, you know, losing your period, losing your strength, having no energy, stuff like that. Alrighty, moving on to the questions from my Instagram story. So from Gemma, we have got where to start with posing. So definitely start as early as possible, especially if you're not the type like who doesn't dance anyway, or if you don't, you know, like reveal your body in public. I don't know if you haven't done photo shoots and stuff like that. Because posing is really, really hard. Like not only is it hard just like nail the poses and the flow and everything, but it's also like, it sounds like someone's in my house. Okay, this house is really scary. It makes a lot of noise. Anyway, where to start with posing? So definitely invest in a good posing coach that like not only teaches you how to pose, but also like is, you know, really calm and, you know, like just a good person. Like you want to feel comfortable with the person that is teaching you these things, because it is one of those things that's very, I'm sorry, my memory was full again, so I just had to delete some stuff. But yeah, invest in a good coach, start early, and practice. So practicing wasn't something I did enough last prep, and it was honestly because I wasn't confident, and then I'd get frustrated that I was fucking it up, so then I just wouldn't practice because I would rather avoid the slight discomfort at the time to have comfort at the time, if that makes sense. I know what I'm trying to say, but it didn't sound right. But yeah, honestly, just practice. And that's something I've really been doing this off season, which is why I feel a lot better about this time around. Obviously, there's heaps of room for improvement. Like, I'm definitely nowhere near perfect with my posing. But yeah, start practicing your off season. Like, you don't have to wait for your prep. Like, the earlier the better. Next question from Nicole. How long do you cut versus bulk? Is there a ratio? It really is just person dependent, and it depends on your goals, on your starting point, how you're looking at the time, how well you handle carbs, how well you handle no carbs when you're cutting and stuff like that. But I feel like in general, a bulk should be like minimum 6 months for it to be truly effective. Like, I feel like there's no point in doing it for a month or two because, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's not beneficial. Like, you're gonna gain like the tiny bit of weight and then you're just gonna take it right off anyway. So I feel like to really build that muscle, you have to give it like at least 6 months. So I think I bulked for like 6 or maybe it was like 8 months or something before I prepped last time. But yeah, they're both very beneficial, and cutting, again, depends on your goals. But I would say, like, if you are dieting, after like 12 to 16 weeks, you should definitely have a diet break as well, because you want to prevent adaptations to the calories, and you don't want to do like the opposite effect of it. So you want to make sure that you're still, like, you know, healthy and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't really think that there's like a particular ratio. It's really just person dependent. Emily, are you anxious about dieting now you know what to expect and how shit it feels? I am a little bit, but I mean, as I said before, like, my last prep was really cruisy. Like, it honestly wasn't that hard. But now that I know that I'm going to get way more conditioned, I am a little bit nervous for how shit I will feel, because I'll obviously be a lot leaner. But I guess, you know, like, cause I know what to expect, I feel like I'm not that nervous. Like, I feel like I was more nervous last time I prepped because I just had no idea what to expect. So yeah, I have mixed emotions, but honestly, I'm so excited. Like, I absolutely love the process. But yeah, you just gotta take the good with the bad. Like, I feel like prep really is a privilege, like, and it's my choice to do it, so I have to accept the good with the bad. All right, Angelica, ICN versus IFBB. So I don't know if you're asking for the differences or my views on them or whatever, so I guess I'll just go into depth. But ICN basically is a natural competition, and then IFBB, I call it like your big dog comp. So it's kind of like what, you know, gets you famous one day, gets you to the Olympia and stuff like that. So obviously a lot of the competitors aren't natural. So you will find that they're like a lot leaner, they've got more dense muscle and stuff like that. I personally was going to do ICN first, and then I decided, so after watching the show, I just didn't really like the posing, and you know, someone could hate me for saying this, but sometimes I do feel like the judging is a little bit rigged in my opinion. So yeah, I decided to go with IFBB. I didn't want to just take the easy route. I kind of wish I did do it because I was competing natural. So yeah, like, I would have done a lot better if I had have done the natural competition. But I'm really glad I did IFBB because I genuinely am just more drawn to that. Like, I prefer the posing, everything like that. So cool. So Ella had 2 questions. So we'll start with the first one. Are you competing season A? Yes, I am. I'm so excited. So as mentioned earlier in the video, I don't know the date just yet. They haven't actually released it, but I have a feeling it'll be like mid-March, early April. And then, what did you do through your last prep to stay healthy, hormones, etc.? To be honest, I didn't really keep on top of those things, but I feel like because my coach was really good with like fatigue management and stuff like that, I didn't have to be too concerned about it. I did lose my period halfway through, but that's something that I've lost in the past anyway, due to like when I had a really bad relationship with food, when I was severely dieting. I have actually lost my period in the past, and I lost it for a few months. So I was kind of expecting that to happen anyway. I know a lot of girls actually get really upset when they do lose their period, but I was kind of expecting it to happen. I didn't really mind either. And plus, like, I wouldn't have been experiencing PMS. So I guess that kind of like saved my emotional breakdowns in a way. But yeah, like I would say if you're wanting to keep on top of everything, definitely like get your blood test before your prep, get them tested after your prep, and then, you know, implement what you need to, whether it's like your doctor says, oh, you need to add more vitamin D, vitamin K, whatever it is. But also as well, like just little things, you know, like staying hydrated, of course, like that's an obvious one. But I take daily greens every single morning. So I have that every morning fasted just before my breakfast. And then, you know, just your micronutrients. So like from your berries, your bananas, your salad and stuff like that as well. But yeah, can't give you a whole lot of tips on that because I wasn't too concerned about that, but I probably should be. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the questions. I am going to have a shower and probably go to bed, to be honest. It's 8:30 and I'm so tired from the shitty sleep last night. And then I will show you my last snack of the day and then probably leave it at that. All right, this Nana is tired. So it is about 9:15. I'm having my last little snackaroonie of the day. So I just have these Gibbs crumpets. So these are like one of the lowest fat ones, so that just suits me because my fats are a bit lower. So I find that I generally work better off higher carb and lower fat. I feel like I just it just works better for me for my digestion, and also I just don't gain as much fat in the off season, so that is what we want. So yeah, I always try and opt for like stuff that is less fats, and if it is fats, like trying to be good fats. That being said, I am having some fats on my crumpet, so I'm just having the Bega peanut butter. So I think I'm having 24 grams tonight. Let me just double check. Oh, I'm looking at tomorrow. I was like, chicken breast, I need to cook it. Anyway, ignore me. 24 grams. I'm having 24 grams of that, and then I'm just going to sprinkle some cinnamon on the top as well, which is really, really nice actually, like really yummy. So I just finished preparing what I can for tomorrow. So because I do generally train mornings, which I will be switching to nights next week sometime or whatever, but yeah, just in the mornings, I never used to be a morning person. I never used to be organized. I never used to stay on track, anything like that. So all of those past habits I try and overcome with little things like getting everything ready the night before. So literally my Vitality Switch, I just mix it in a glass the night before, put it in the fridge. Same as like my protein shake, what I said earlier, I mix that up so that way post workout I can just drink it straight away or put it in my cereal. And then breakfast as well, I pre-portion that all. So I put my oats in a bowl with my banana, my cinnamon. I put my mixed berries like just aside in a container in the freezer. I've even got my little piece of chocolate just sitting on top of my coffee machine ready to go. So everything's ready to go, no excuses. Alrighty, so that is it for my first prep vlog of this season. Yeah, that's everything I eat in a day. I think I'm on roughly like 2,500 calories or something. Let me double check for you. I can't actually remember. So I'm on 2,530 calories at the moment, which is awesome. Way more than what I started on last time. So I think last time I started prep on 2,200. Obviously it will drop a little bit more when I officially start prep because we're just in the pre-prep at the moment. But yeah, that is everything. So thank you guys for watching. I've already received quite supportive messages already just after announcing that I am prepping. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I'm actually recording another one tomorrow. So that'll be my next vlog. So I'll be having my check-in day, a back session, and then what I'm eating again. But obviously it'll be a little bit different. So going to love and leave you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.